Today, we're diving into a concept that challenges conventional wisdom and cuts deep into our everyday behavior. The biggest barrier to happiness is that most people secretly don't want to be happy, they want to be right. Let's unpack this bold statement and explore why the need to be right often outweighs our pursuit of happiness. The idea here is both uncomfortable and fascinating. Most of us assume we are actively chasing happiness, but what if that is not true? What if deep down our egos prioritize validation over joy? Humans feel discomfort when their actions or beliefs contradict each other. This is called cognitive dissonance. Admitting we're wrong disrupts our identity and worldview. Instead of embracing that discomfort, we often double down on being right, even if it makes us miserable. Imagine someone stuck in a toxic relationship. They might cling to the idea that love means enduring pain, rather than admitting they are happy and deserve better. Why? Because admitting they are wrong could mean confronting uncomfortable truths about themselves. Some people unconsciously thrive on their struggle or grievance because these narratives give them identity or purpose. Letting go of drama or victimhood might feel like losing a part of themselves. Have you ever met someone who seems to enjoy the chaos in their life? It's not about the drama itself, it's the validation or attention that comes with it. The need to be right is deeply rooted in ego. And let's be honest, the ego doesn't like humility, self-reflection, or vulnerability. All qualities that are essential for true happiness. Happiness often requires acceptance, forgiveness, and letting go of control. But the ego finds that threatening because it thrives on rigidity, competition, and being in control. In many societies, we are taught to value competition, status, and being the best. Winning an argument or being right becomes a measure of self-worth. Think about modern discourse, especially in social media. Outrage, conflict, and moral superiority are rewarded with likes and validation. People perform their rightness publicly, even at the expense of their inner peace. Philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius argue that external events and opinions should dictate our happiness. Stoicism teaches us that true happiness comes from within, by accepting what is and letting go of the desire to control others. The obsession with being right is an external pursuit. It's tied to how others see us. But happiness? That's an internal game. Happiness requires flexibility, humility, and forgiveness. Being right, on the other hand, often demands rigidity and fuels conflict. Have you ever refused to apologize in an argument, even when you knew you were wrong, just because admitting fault felt like losing control? That's the ego choosing validation over peace. Being right might give you a short-term ego boost, but the lasting happiness comes from prioritizing connection, self-awareness, and inner peace over winning arguments. For some, being right is about fighting for justice or moral integrity. If someone is advocating for equality or fighting against oppression, their happiness might align with being right. Here's the catch. The line between fighting for justice and clinging to ego is often blurred. The need to be right often damages personal relationships. Constant arguments or a refusal to compromise erode trust and intimacy. Choosing happiness in relationships often means prioritizing understanding over winning. In workplaces, people who value being right over collaboration hinder team dynamics. Happiness at work comes from shared goals and humility, not from ego battles. Letting go of the need to be right opens the doors to learning, growth, and emotional resilience. Clinging to ego-driven validation only leads to stagnation. So let me leave you with this question. Are you willing to let go of your pride to embrace happiness? Or will you let the need to be right keep you trapped? This isn't about ignoring your values or abandoning justice. It's about recognizing when ego gets in the way of peace and connection. Remember, true happiness requires vulnerability, humility, and self-awareness. It's not always easy, but it's worth it. Have you ever prioritized being right over being happy? How did it impact your relationships or peace of mind? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you find this episode meaningful, let's keep exploring these powerful ideas together. Until next time, stay humble, stay self-aware, and choose happiness over ego. See you on the next one.